Cook on Sunday, eat till Thursday. I'm Allie and you're watching Economy Bites. Behind me, these brisket sandwiches being made just like the ones we showed you a couple of weeks ago, injected with the Sixpoint Rye. We're gonna take a taste of some of these delicious sandwiches. Can't leave without one. And then we're gonna go home and show you how to make them in your kitchen. Thank you.
All right, enjoy.
That's what happens when you got friends in high places. Sorry. So we're back here in Kitchen Studio. We're gonna make our own version of the Sixpoint Rye brisket, starting with the most important ingredient. We're not gonna use too much of it, so lucky us, we have the rest of it here to guzzle down while we wait for our brisket to cook. First thing I'm gonna do is preheat my oven. 260 degrees, it's like the lowest it'll go. Now I have my brisket. It's been sitting in the fridge overnight and I've been marinating it in 2 tablespoons of liquid smoke. However, if you have a grill or a smoker, or you could buy some of those hickory wood chips. So here I have, what's that? What's that? Why is the oven smoking? Oh shit. I mean, we didn't even need the liquid smoke. Okay, so we're gonna start with 2 tablespoons of salt. Texas barbecue doesn't have sauciness, it has spice, rubbiness. We're gonna do about a tablespoon of black pepper, a tablespoon of garlic powder. And this is almost exactly the rub that Chef Sam told us he used on his brisket when we watched him make it in his kitchen. Tablespoon onion powder. Do you like my new red bowls? Justin, Charlie gave them. Okay, now we're gonna do a tablespoon of paprika and just like a 1/4 or maybe just like a teaspoon of cayenne pepper. And there we have our spice rub. I'm gonna prepare for the messiness that's about to happen. So it's been sitting overnight, about 12 hours, just in this foil here, marinating in the liquid smoke. Brisket! Oh God. That's the lid real quick. I was wondering where that went. This is the fat, liquid smoke's all up in it. The secret ingredient to this brisket is a hot beef injection of Sixpoint Rye. This is 4 pounds of brisket, and we are going to inject it with 7% of its weight in beer. What is 7% of 4 pounds? A pound is 16 ounces, and 16 times 4, 10% of 64 is like 4 ounces, like 4.5 ounces. How many teaspoons in an ounce, you ask? 6 times 4 is 24. So that's 27 of these little guys that we're gonna inject. So we'll do like 13 in each, okay? Now, unfortunately, for those of you not in the tri-state area, you can't get the Sixpoint outside of New York, New Jersey, etc. right now. So you can substitute your favorite kind of rye ale. But if you are in Brooklyn, New York, Queens, anywhere nearby, we are giving our Economy Bites guaranteed deliciousness stamp to the Sixpoint. But it is kind of awkward to walk into a drugstore and ask for a needle. What this beer is going to do is just going to make sure that while the brisket is cooking, that it's just going to stay nice and moist. And it's also going to inject it with some flavor. I know I'd be a really good doctor because the other day at work, this girl had this nasty thing on her neck. And I was like, let me touch that thing. Did you get that? Jesus Christ. Okay, so this is a messy endeavor. It's not bad to smell like a delicious beer. That's how you pick. It's one of the things they don't tell you when you're like learning how to like pick up men, is men really like the smell of a woman who smells like a beer. So I'm gonna put it here in this roasting pan, fat side up. Now I'm going to take my spice rub. We're gonna cook it with the fat side up, and the fat is just going to like melt into the meat. They're going to go in our 260-degree oven for like 8 hours. Low and slow, baby, low and slow. We're gonna go film another episode and then we'll be back. So let's take this brisket out of the oven. It's been in there for like 8 hours. Should be nice and crispy and good to go. Let's see. Ooh, mama. You can see it has this nice crunch on top here. Yum! The sun is setting. We've been cooking all day, and by cooking all day I mean this has been cooking all day while we sat on the couch and watched reruns of Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Barbecue brisket should be eaten in slices, be it on a sandwich or by itself or with some good barbecue sauce. So you've got this nice layer of fat on top here. Of course, you can pull that off if you're trying to be healthy, but I wouldn't recommend that you do that. But easily, one of these little 2-pound briskets here will last at least 2 meals. I mean, if you have the opportunity to buy a growler with Sixpoint, you definitely should, but if you want to keep the cost really low, you can also just buy a rye beer, and if you're doing that, then you're really only spending like 10 bucks on this meal. If you're a big meat eater, you can buy another couple of pounds of brisket. So I'm gonna have a glass of beer out of my Joey mug. Joey, if you're watching, so I'm gonna take a nice bite. Got a nice piece of my crust on there. And we'll wash it down. A little Sixpoint Rye, Texas style barbecue brisket infused with Sixpoint Rye with a spice rub on top. There is nothing more delicious in the world. I'm serious. Look at this meat. That's some damn good meat. Thanks so much to Sam at the Waterfront Ale House for teaching us how to make this brisket. It was so good and easy and delicious. And thanks to the guys at Sixpoint for introducing us to Sam and putting us on the path to deliciousness. Cook on Sunday, eat till Thursday. I'm Allie. See you next time.